In today's video, I'm going to share with you a secret on how to get really awesome underfollowed items for not that much money. Now, it's no secret that collecting is extremely expensive right now. When you think about graded comic books, trading cards, video games, these items just cost so much money. There's so much hype around these items, but today that changes. I just scored this amazing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Japanese promotional video game marketing poster. Now, I paid 22,000 yen for this item. According to Google, that is around $166 for this poster. That is not bad for a really cool Japanese Breath of the Wild poster. I mean, you see Breath of the Wild sealed video games, which you know they printed a ton of, going for really big dollars in graded form because there is so much hype and demand around Zelda as a franchise. It is so enormous in the video game space. And so I just think that these are amazing items to have on your wall to collect. I'm not sure about the supply on these. I don't think they're going to be certainly as many of these as there are the video games. Now, these items come from Yahoo Japan Auctions, which is basically the equivalent of eBay over there. I believe they do have eBay as well, but Yahoo Japan Auctions is the primary online auction site that is used in Japan. Now, of course, if you're not in Japan, if you don't know how to use that site, you need to use a middleman service. And I use Jauce. You can also use Buyee. I've heard a lot of good things about Buyee as well. I'm just more familiar with Jauce. Now, what Jauce does is they provide an interface that allows you to engage with Yahoo Japan Auctions. A lot of the times, the descriptions are still in Japanese, or the translations in the title or in some of the description material is not exactly perfect, but it is good enough. You can do keyword searches in English and find a lot of cool things that you might be interested in. Now, I know this is a secret because it is a thing that there are people over on eBay who will list the same item from Yahoo Japan Auctions over on eBay. They'll use the same items, description, etc. And if someone will buy that item from them because they'll have it listed at a higher price, and that buyer doesn't know about the actual listing over Yahoo Japan Auctions, once they buy it from that eBay seller, that person goes and buys it from Yahoo Japan Auctions, gets the item themselves, and then ships it to the customer. Or maybe they have Jauce or Buyee or Yahoo Japan Auctions just send it straight to the customer. So you want to watch out for this. If you see someone who might be a Japanese seller or someone who is selling a lot of Japanese items, you want to go over to Jauce, use Buyee, or just access Yahoo Japan Auctions yourself if you can do that, and look for that item yourself there. Oftentimes you will find that exact same item listed for less. So don't fall for this. Hopefully there will be a lot more awareness around this so that that practice will no longer be sustainable and we won't be running into that anymore for people who don't know better. Now, again, what Jauce will do is allow you to interact with their interface to bid on the auction. You can either bid right there or you can put in a snipe. Either way, you have to put in your money up front. You have to put a deposit in so that they have the money to make the bid for you. And there will also be a fee for that item, for that service that they are providing. Now, they're going to ship it to Jauce themselves, to a warehouse that they have, or I guess Buyee's warehouse, and they're going to hold it for you. And when you are ready, you can have them form a shipment to go out to you with. You can select some of the items to go out to you. You can have them ship everything that's accumulated. You do have a storage period for using that. And then I think they start charging you extra if you are waiting too long, because of course you do, I believe, save money if you are going to have them ship multiple items at once instead of just a few at a time or one at a time. You can see here that I actually sniped this Breath of the Wild poster. I put in my bid as a snipe and it was the only bid. I got it for this price. So I don't know, maybe this is just not something that is a big category that people are really going after. There aren't a lot of eyes on them. But I can tell you, I've been collecting a lot of posters. There are some really cool Japanese modern video game promotional posters I've been going after, and I've been getting a ton, and I mean a lot, of vintage ones. There are a lot of really cool ones. If you do some keyword searches on some popular franchises, for example, Evangelion, or some kind of old video game, you're likely to find some amount of posters out there, maybe of these posters just kind of sitting there, maybe one or two. And what's really interesting is I'll buy them and I won't see another one come up for a long time, or even sometimes ever. There are some with some franchises that you see come up time and again. So it does look like that some are more common than others. And then there are others that just you pick them up and you might not even spend that much money on them, and then you never see them again, and they may be indeed rare items. Now, what's interesting about this Tears of the Kingdom poster that I got is that there were actually some more bid activity around this. I waited to put in an order to snipe this poster. I did get it. You can see here that Breath of the Wild poster had 1 bid. This Tears of the Kingdom poster had 9 bids, yet it did go for a little bit less. So this one went for 20,500 yen, which Google translates as around $155. And I just really love this. You know, there's a lot of hype around this Zelda game. I think this might be one of the most anticipated Zelda games in a while, if not ever. And I love the poster here. You know, the big thing about Tears of the Kingdom is we have all of these islands in the sky. Really takes me back to Skyward Sword, my favorite Zelda game of all time. And you can interact from the sky to the ground, go back to the sky. It's really, really cool. There's going to be so much fun exploration in this game, and you get that in this poster. Look at here, we got Link here looking over the world from this sky island. It is just an amazing poster. Now, guys, you can believe that these are going to look amazing framed together. So I'm planning on putting these either side by side or one on top of the other somewhere here in my studio, and eventually in my large gallery space where I'm going to be keeping a lot of my game posters framed. I do get these professionally framed. I spend around $500 on average to get the big UV protection, acid-free, double matte, professional job on these posters because I really care about them. It's something I'm extremely passionate about. I've got a ton of posters in the queue right now at my local frame shop that I've been using, and I've got 2 closets worth of vintage and modern Japanese anime and video game promotional posters that I plan to have framed. So this is a long-term project. It's going to be an awesome gallery when I finally get every single one of these things hung together. But this is a part of that journey, and I wanted to do a video and showcase these items to you all, show you, maybe you didn't know about these before, and this might be something you might be interested in. Maybe you don't want to collect them as passionately as I do and go for so many of them, but there might be 1 or 2 out there that you have space for on your wall in your studio, and this is a viable way to go after these. Don't use eBay. Be wary of people who might be taking advantage of people not knowing how to access Yahoo Japan Auctions. Go there yourself, use Jauce, use Buyee, check out these posters and see what you can find. All right, thanks so much for watching my video. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button if this was informative to you, if it was a fun video, if you enjoyed it and you got something out of it. Maybe you just discovered these because of this video. If you like content like this, if you want to see more of posters, trading cards, video games, anything nerdy and collectible, definitely hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.